Hello, it's Kendra here at Hooked by Happenstance, and once again, it is time for another installment of Freak or Frog. Series where I delve into the drawer of whips and/or whips I have hiding elsewhere, and I decide whether I am going to freak out and put them on my on the hook list, or whether I'm going to frog them and reclaim that good yarn and put it into a better project, because good yarn does not belong in bad projects. So let's see what we can pull out of the drawer tonight. Here we have the drawer, which will ultimately contain all of my whips. For now, it just has a number of them all stuck in there. And I think that today we're going to grab this stack. You may remember in a previous video that I found the squares I had made to make a mood blanket. Well, at the same crazy sauce time, I thought, hey, let's make a temperature blanket. And I did it in an interesting way, or this was really interesting to me. And I think that it is a good idea overall. I just took it on way too large a scale for my current life. I basically picked 5 colors. As you can see, there is a dark green, a light green, a purple, a beige, and then a variegated. And I assigned each one of them 2 digits. So 0 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9. So every day I would look at the temperature, I would see what the last digit was, and then I would add a stripe in that color. Or what really happened more was that I wrote down in a notebook what number and color it should be, and then I would go in spurts of doing this. My plan was ultimately to make a king size single crocheted Afghan for my bed. Crazy sauce. So now, I would like to disassemble this project because this was just not a good idea. It's not going to happen. So, my plan is to frog these. I'm going to make the little balls of yarn, and then I will show you what I do with them because I have a plan. It is just going to take me a bit to put it all into action. And here are the results of the frogging. So it left me with 2 of these buckets full of little balls, and then just this little batch that will go into my scrappy jar because they had just too many knots or whatever. So anyways, I had a lot of time to decide what to do with these balls while I frogged. Because in the same way that I sometimes have a hard time judging how long a project's going to take me, and that's part of the reason why a lot of these whips exist, I assume that like poof, like magic, they will just fly off my hook and I will magically have whatever item I want, rather than starting an item, it taking me a long time and me losing interest or having other priorities before I get to the end. So I did not take into account just how long this frogging was going to take. I did, however, get to think about it while I was frogging. What do I want to do with all of this lovely yarn? So I've been thinking that I want to make myself a cardigan because I'm trying to make more crocheted garments because I enjoy wearing them. Anyways, I have been wanting to make the bracken cardigan that I'm making my son for Christmas. It's a hooded cardigan from the Velvet Acorn, and I think I'm going to start with these. I think I'm going to use the variegated for like the bottom ribbing and the edging, but then beyond that I'm just gonna like pull a ball, whatever ball I pick. I might actually put these all into a bag so that I can pick them out more randomly without looking, which means that I might end up with large sections of one color or shorter striping. I don't know, but I'll just go till my yarn runs out and then pick a new color. I might like make sure that the stripes end at the ends of the cardigan just because I think that might look more finished, but I'll test that out and see what I decide. But I think there's a bracken cardigan in my future, which is going to be much more useful to me than what this currently was. Now, I do like the idea of my project, and I like the scheme that I was using to make the temperature blanket. I just think I need to do it in a looser stitch because single crochet made a very dense blanket, which is going to be super warm, but is mind-numbing to make. But I do still want to eventually make a crocheted blanket for my bed. I just don't think that I necessarily want to make it a king size, even though I have a king size bed. Maybe I'll just make a blanket that's big enough for me to use in bed. Like, you know, a lapgan. Okay, maybe a little bigger, but we will see. That is a future problem for future Kendra. Current Kendra is going to go and play with her newly acquired yarn. On the screen next to me, you will see a link to the other Freak or Frog videos in case you've missed them, and down below in the description box is a link to my Etsy shop if you'd like to help support me so I keep making fun, free, crafty content for all of you. And I'll see you next time. Bye!